Tokyo Ghoul, 10 hidden details you never noticed. Tokyo Ghoul has captivated the hearts of supernatural fans with its ghouls, gore, and iconic opening theme. On September 8, 2011, the manga was released and adapted into its first anime season on July 4, 2014. Tokyo Ghoul second season, the most recent season, aired in late 2018, but was not reported to have another season following it. Tokyo Ghoul by Sui Ishida follows the tale of college boy Kaneki-ken in a world populated by ghouls. Kaneki is attacked by a ghoul, but Tauka Kirishima saves her. Kaneki begins his new life as a half-ghoul, half-human hybrid after the attack. Ten. A condition that makes hair turn white is Marie Antoinette syndrome. It comes from Marie Antoinette, Queen of France during the French Revolution, whose hair had turned white prior to her execution during her incarceration. Usually, the disease does not make the hair turn white all at once like Kaneki-ken's did in the Tokyo Ghoul anime, but Jason's torture caused him tremendous stress. Kaneki's hair in the manga does not change all at once. His hair makes a gradual change across a series of panels. The eye of Kaneki often shifts as a consequence of being a ghoul and not Marie Antoinette syndrome. 9. There are numerous ways of knowing whether someone is lying. People avoid eye contact or, when they lie, incorporate pauses in their voice. As for Kaneki, whenever he lies or wants to hide something, he touches his chin with his left hand. Kaneki's habit is explained during a conversation between Hideyoshi and Tauka. Kaneki seems to be doing it subconsciously, even though he has amnesia. It is rooted in his muscle memory. The first time that Kaneki is shown doing this comes from chapter 1 of the Tokyo Ghoul manga, when Kaneki scratches his chin for staring at her too long after being confronted by Rize. 8. There will be a few examples on this list where Tokyo Ghoul has taken influence from real life or other works. Yamori was the initial nickname of the character Yakumo Imori, but he was also called Jason, known for his violence. He wears a hockey mask similar in design and works in the 13th Ward, based on Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th. Usually, Yamori tortured his victims instead of killing them immediately like Jason did on Friday the 13th. As Jason did, Yamori loved his mother and devoted his last moments alive to calling out to her. 7. In the Tokyo Ghoul world of Japan, there are 24 wards. Wards 1 to 23 in Tokyo are all based on real-life areas, while Ward 24 is entirely fictional. In Tokyo Ghoul Days, Chapter 4 states that Tokyo's ghouls are more aggressive than the rest of Japan. Kaneki has spent time in wards 1, 6, 20, 23, and is currently in 24. The 24th ward has a reputation for being a bad location for ghouls because there is a low number of humans and a high number of ghouls. 6. Throughout the series, number 12 always appears to follow Kaneki. Kaneki shares characteristics with the 12th tarot card, the Hanged Man. The card reflects breaking free of constraints, internal contradictions, and being yourself. It's usually linked to change and transformation within someone. In the Tokyo Ghoul anime, Kaneki is seen with the number 12 on the back of his shirt. In chapter 63 of the Tokyo Ghoul manga, the number 12 seems to be engraved in Kaneki's arms and on the sides of his neck in chapter 126. 5. In the Tokyo Ghoul anime, Rize is seen taking out a book when Kaneki asks Rize on a date due to their love of reading. The book she picked is called Sentakatsuki's The Black Goat's Egg. Rize's identity is based on this novel. The Black Goat was a human-hunted serial killer, and Rize is a ghoul and has a monstrous human appetite, just as the Black Goat in the book did. In the sense of having a conflict with his mother and struggling with the same instincts as Rize, Kaneki is like the Black Goat's child. 4. Kaneki is seen grabbing a book titled The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway in chapter 95 of the Tokyo Ghoul manga. The book was released on September 1, 1952, and refers to the latest feelings Kaneki is going through. Kaneki is known for liking books and reading, but there is meaning behind his choice. The story is about a fisherman who has a hard time catching fish. The fisherman throwing his fishing rod into the sea is Kaneki. He throws out questions and struggles to find answers for them in the world. 3. In the Tokyo Ghoul series, Antiku is the name of a small cafe. The name translates to peaceful ward, where the 20th ward ghouls assemble. There, in the form of dead humans, they obtain assistance and food. The cafe is located in the Museum Cafe and Diner in Tokyo's Ikebukuro district. Kaneki works as a part-time waiter at a diner. The 20th ward will flee Yomo and Tauka and launch a new cafe known as Re and host the ghoul resistance organization of Kaneki known as GOAT. 2. He is a ghoul from the 4th ward, nicknamed No Face by the CCG, looking at Uta's appearance. He has tattoos covering his arms and one on his chest and is known for selling masks. Uta has Greek writing tattooed on his neck as well. "I can live neither with you nor without you," the writing says, which seems to be a direct reference to the way ghouls live. Ghouls cannot live with humans because they are being hunted by them, but because they need them for food, they cannot live without humans. 1. The battle of Ayato and Kaneki against each other is a time of growth for Kaneki. It has helped him to discover just how much strength he really has inside him. Fans of the Tokyo Ghoul manga, however, might have seen a similar version of this fight before. Much of the choreography between both battles in the fight between Arima and Yomo is similar. Both Arima and Kaneki take the same position in preparing Yomo and Ayato to charge them aggressively, respectively. Not only were the stances of the fight similar, but age and personalities as well.